What we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Ready? Flag! Put it out!
From the red zone now, Winston. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Switch. 6-6. Pull it high. Leo. On the ball. Ready?
On first down, Heller. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 53 yards. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
Bravo!
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, Heller gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
51's the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Ready? Head up.
It's Hill, complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Winston. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. This for his running back, McCall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 1st and 10, Winston. Stocker's got it, complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ready. Blue ready. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On second down now, Barkley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. On third down, Barkley. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now Winston. Then he finds Danny Amendola. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Heller. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Yep.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Get it.
To throw on second down. Heller, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Spill.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. John Simon in on the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 9 now. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Heller caught by the tight end Ertz. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's complete. This is Brandon Bolden. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's a 24-yard line.
Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Heller. They complete it to Hill. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
First and 10.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch out. Watch out. Check the backer. Check the backer.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 start.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now.
Back to throw. Heller gets this one to Hill. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf.
No game on this defense, no game.
Clear.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Yes, yes.
Mike 5'9". Mike 5'9".
Hey, exit.
T, let's go. All right, T.
Now. Defense.
2nd and 14. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Pick, baby.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Check safety, check.
At the 25.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Go.
Throwing on first down, Heller. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
All day, dog.
2nd and 3. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first and 10, Heller, quick hitch, complete. It's Goodwin. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
50-yard line.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
First down.
Hey, Zoo.
First and 10 at
56
the
is Mike.
38-yard
56.
line.
Check 56. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the front.
On first down, Heller. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Mike 51, Mike.
From the gun, Heller. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 19. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack. Winston, he completes it to Tate. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's get off the field, D.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Throwing, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 59 more.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Heller. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
That's 18 Gator. Hey, Haywood.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Check. Go.
Throwing on first down. Heller now in desperation. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for Miami, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home